Hey everybody, this is Jordan with iProv. I've got Patrick Laughlin, and I always forget which side he's on, our COO with us. Hey Pat.
Hey Joe, how are you today?
I'm good. Got a COVID haircut, so
Oh man, it looks good, Joe.
yeah.
How long did it take you to get it right?
Well, the big deal is I've got this like 5-head going. How many nights overall or hours?
I'm just really glad that nobody can see the back of my head right now. I'm pretty good at getting the front cleaned up, but the back is sort of a nightmare, and we'll just leave it at that. So
yeah, there we go. The back is a nightmare. Hey, everybody, today we want to talk a little bit about something that, we try to practice what we preach, and something we've been talking about, I know Pat and his team have been doing a lot of since all this started, was spring cleaning. So we want to talk about what that means to us and some of the things that we've implemented. We haven't exactly had downtime, but taking this opportunity to work on the work and work on how the work actually gets done. So Pat, tell us a little bit about how we've started to kind of go through our process review so far.
Well, for one, we weren't immune from people asking us if we could pause things or move things around to make it more affordable for them. So it was really a good chance to sort of go through everything that we still owed clients. So we spent about a week just going through and cleaning up a whole bunch of client contracts. We figured out that we had actually done a lot more than we thought we had. Inevitably, when times are really good, you say yes to stuff just because you've got extra capacity or extra bandwidth. And really, we try to take good care of our customers without a whole lot of back and forth and nickel and diming. And so going through that process and sort of figuring out, hey, I'm way ahead of where I thought I was, or if you're unlucky, figuring out that you're way behind where you thought you were, it's a really good chance for you to realign with clients or with customers, and sort of reiterate that, hey, we've demonstrated a lot of value in our time together that you probably forgot, especially when they start asking for things that are outside of scope, and you got to have hard conversations like, hey, this isn't part of what we originally agreed on, and I've got to charge you a little extra. So number one, that was huge.
So just going through and just kind of reviewing everything that we had in the shop, but even going further than that and figuring out is how we get the work done documented properly, right? I know we've spent a lot of time with that.
Yeah, one of the things that we spent a lot of time doing is just marketing reports. And when I came on board, marketing reports was a person's full-time job. They spent 40 hours a week building them for all of our clients. And on average, it took about a day and a half to build one report. So before all of this hit, we got it down to where it took about half a day. And in some cases, a lot less. Some of them were down to a couple of hours. But we sort of, once again, started going through, looking at things, figuring out how we can use some automation software to make some of this stuff work better, some improvements we can make on clients' websites to make them report easier. And so now most of those reports can be generated in well under half an hour, and some, don't require anybody to touch them, which means that, we're able to free up resources. Somebody can focus on much bigger, more important things, and clients get their information sort of whenever they want it, as opposed to whenever we can get it prepared for them. So really, it's a benefit to the customer, not just to us.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. And even taking another step further is documenting all of those steps that people take. If there's other leaders or managers that are watching or listening to this. One, I hope you're getting value from it, but two, how much do you really know about how your people get the work done? Like very specific, like if somebody disappeared for a month, could you plug somebody in or step in there and follow step by step how they get stuff done? No's an okay answer, and you probably shouldn't be spending that much time in the weeds, but that's why documentation is important. And I know we're spending a lot of time right now doing that too, right, Pat?
Yeah, absolutely. So not only are we doing a whole lot of training stuff, but we're using the tools that that we're using every day to help us document that stuff. When we say document, everybody thinks, hey, I've got to write, this 2,000 word sort of technical article about how to get things done. The truth is, most of our internal wiki, and yeah, we have a wiki that sort of documents all of the processes inside of our shop, is screencasts.
Yeah.
And you can do that with Zoom. You can get onto a Zoom by yourself and hit record and share your screen. There's other tools like Vidyard and Loom. I'm a big Loom fan.
Yeah, we use Loom a lot. I like Loom. It's free, so you don't have to pay anything.
Yeah, and it's easily shareable. And if you were going to buy Loom, now's the time, because they have reduced their monthly price by half. So you can buy a year-long Loom subscription for half of what it normally costs.
Yeah.
So once again, it sounds, like nobody really wants to spend money right now, but what can that dollar spent today save you down the line?
Yeah.
And that's what we're looking at a lot with some of the purchases that we're making from a software standpoint. So.
No, absolutely. And that last part also kind of helps you empower your people. We talk about that a lot whenever we go through our Vista process with clients, but you got to let go of the vine and empower them to build the processes. Look and see what's broken too. I know Pat and his team are doing a lot right now where leaks that may have been easy to ignore before, or just things that you said, okay, well, we'll fix this when we have time. You're never going to have time. So Go ahead and take the time now and fix those things so you don't have those hurdles in the future.
Well, and what I think a lot of folks, before all of this happened, I think a lot of people thought, well, the cure is more expensive than the sickness. And the truth is, when crisis hits, the sickness gets really expensive really quickly. And so there's never a better time to do something than right now. I mean, obviously, yesterday was the day to start it, but you can't do that. So today is a good day to sort of to fix those holes in the boat and make sure that you put yourself, that you're setting yourself up for success in the long term.
I like that. Well, that's as good of a call to action as I could think of. If you didn't start on this stuff yesterday, guess what? There's time today. So get started. All right.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Pat.
Thanks, man.
All right. See you guys.
See ya.